Good day, y'all. This is Courtney, and we finna talk about Greywing. That's the 5th episode of NightFlyers. This was good. Uh, you just gonna hear me say it's good through this, probably through this whole fucking series, cause it's good. They did what it do. Um, Not as busy. We stay in one central plot of the motherfucking episode, dealing with Lumi and her basically trying to lock Cynthia within her own creation, so she won't fuck up, fuck with everybody, try to kill everybody off the goddamn ship. Let's see. I knew Mel was gonna break her heart. Mel, you fucking dirty bitch. You was so fucking dirty for that stunt you pulled, and how blase you act. You deserve every face crack you get, how. And y'all know, like I said before, Lumi is my favorite character. I give Mel all the props. That's goddess and all that stuff like that. But still, bitch, you know how motherfucking Lumi acts, and her demeanor, and we could tell she came from some rough shit and all that stuff. And you basically use her all due to the fact that you felt needy. That's fucked up. But let's get on with it, y'all. Okay, so in the beginning, you see this frightened, pretty little chocolate girl. She's in this big house. And you hear somebody in the background, this loud voice hollering, Cynthia, Cynthia, you've been in my office. I know you're Cynthia. And this girl's running. And then you hear like thundering ass footsteps going down the motherfucking staircase. And you see this imposing figure and all that. And it's basically, we find out it's her dad, Cynthia's father. And the girl, her toy, her Raggedy Ann doll, is like right in the middle of the floor and all that. And she is hiding under this coffee table or whatnot. And so she's hiding under this coffee table. And shit, I done lost my train of thought. Yeah, she hiding under this coffee table. And so she gets the door, and she hauls ass. And then you see her father walking toward him, and they stomping the ground. He got that big old leather belt wrapped around his hand, but you check his face. That would kind of spook me. It looked like somebody scratched his eyes out and his mouth out, like you know how you do pictures with little sharp objects or whatever. So that's how the beginning start. So we go to the lab or whatnot, and it has Ronan, and it has Carl. They remember they broke down with the salvage of the probe in the last episode. And so they just going through there, all pieces of tissues, all through it. Carl is finding teeth. That's from his body. So, Ronan feels some kind of way. Ronan thinks that Carl should step away from the project, being that he's so invested now that he really can't be objective to the motherfucking mission. And so, he asked him what's going on. Ronan asked Carl what's going on, because, he seems out of sorts. And basically, he brings up Agatha. And Ronan was like, okay, yeah, what was the point of you bringing your ex to deep space like that? And Carl was like, well, we need Dale. And he like, right, for the mission. And Ronan said, okay, yeah, remember that for the fucking mission. So we have a little powwow in the mission room, and it's basically Lumi breaking down that she gonna have to go into the crystal matrix, basically log in or whatever, and she gonna have to fix them firewalls. Not really fix the firewalls, but basically lock Cynthia somewhere where she can't fuck with any of the controls of the ship. Roy's thing is he don't want her hurt. Just long as you don't kill her, you could contain her and all that stuff. And Lumi is like, yeah, Carl and Agatha, they don't too much like it, because they scared that something's gonna happen to Lumi. And so, that what she need to do. Mel is off to the side. You know, she not really saying too much or whatever. And so it goes to the point of, you know, you sure you want to do this? And she said, you know, I have suffered, a whole lot of people have went through a whole lot of pain for me to be here. And I think she was basically talking about her father. And so Roy tells her to go in the memory room and upload her painful memory. See, her pain, Lumi's pain, will be his mother's pain or whatnot. So we go into where she goes into the memory room or whatnot. And she going to the memory room and we see her and her dad. Remember, dad is the same dude that was in that chair tied down. Now remember, we thought that that dude, I thought that dude had did something wrong to Lumi and all that stuff, but it wasn't that. You know, that's how you could take shit out of context, especially when we don't see the whole picture. You assume, you make your own assumptions of what motherfucking went down, what happened. Her dad was basically teaching her how to use her gift as dealing with tech. You know, going into the computer AI and just be a traveler and see what the fuck going on, I'm guessing, and stuff like that. But, you know, in they Luddite colony, sexing and motherfucking, sexing and tech is forbidden. So while her dad basically was trying to teach her, you know, give her a new lesson or whatever, he said we got to make it short because the elders, they motherfucking suspicious. And like, soon as he pulled out that computer for her, the elders showed up. They came in, busted in the room, motherfucking tied her father to the chair and all that stuff. And one of the dudes said that, you know, this is forbidden. Texas forbidden, so you got to pay the price like that for your dissension or something like that. And so basically had to mail it out and basically to have Lumi break her father's hands. And her dad said, do it. Your gift is worth the price like that. And so she motherfucking bashes his hands. And so she get ready, and so that's the end of that memory. And so she step out of the memory room and Mel is there. Right? Mel out there, and Mel like, you sure you could do this and all this stuff? I worry about you and everything. Yada, yada, yada. And she said, you know, the last time you went through, she scared the fuck out of you. But now look, if she pulls up Lumi's sleeve, yo, she got 2 ports in there. Lumi says she had to add the extra port to do the so she could handle that bandwidth. You know, cause you know she gotta, you know, be prepared. And so, and she leaves. So it showed these 2 guards and they going to you know, Thale's pod. And they walk to the pod. You see this river of blood just gushing out. And so they all rush Thale to the goddamn medvac, and he bloody all over. And you know, the head medic, poor woman, poor woman, she about to go crazy trying to figure out where the fuck the wound is. Where the wound is. Thale old bitch ass don't fucking pull the stunt. Cause when Agatha show up and all that stuff, she thinking Dale dying or whatever. Dale, while he going through the motions, wink at motherfucking Agatha. I said, look at this motherfucking nigga right here. I said, look at this bitch motherfucker. He done fucking pulled a stunt. And so Agatha tell them to calm down, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and release whatever. And they see ain't no blood, ain't nothing. The medic is over it. She said that was a bitch move and everything. You ought to be goddamn shaving yourself. And they all leave. And you know, Agatha said, you playing too much. You taking shit a little too far. She said, now I gotta go motherfucking smoothie choppy waters that you don't motherfucking stirred up. So while she's gone, if somebody else starts stumbling towards Dale, guess who it is? It's Murphy, y'all. Lord have mercy, Murphy. I remember I told y'all Murphy go through all kind of bullshit. Murphy. So Murphy, he got like crutches, whatever, and he basically tells him a story. Him, his wife, and his kids, they decided they were gonna go to this water resort on this lunar base or whatever. And while they was en route, getting ready to leave to go, it was this L on there. One of the first ones, a little girl. And he said, you know, when the ship takes off, you know, you deal with that gravity pull or whatever and all that inertia, I guess, and everything they had. But I guess it did like kind of similar to when you on a plane and it get ready to take off or you hit turbulence and all that stuff. He said the kids loved all of that, but the parents not so much. They were scared. And so basically that fear that was bouncing all around, being that little girl was on there, she was an L. She was taking in and throwing back feedback, and it basically drove everybody insane. And so everybody was basically tearing each other apart. And he said he can't even remember how his son looked. Only thing he remember is how he looked after, with no face or whatever. And the dude, Thea was like, it was just too many thoughts going on. It wasn't that baby girl's fault. It was just too much for her to control. And then Murphy was like, exactly. Too much power to control. If you got that power and you don't use it to good use, what the fuck is you here for? Like that. And so during that conversation, Agatha is hearing this. So Agatha goes in Carl's room, right? And said we could use Thea as a fucking connect to Lumi, basically a tether. That, in case something happened to her, Thea could drag her ass out the motherfucking situation. He didn't want to do it. Carl was like, no, I don't know about that. And Agatha was like, please. She said, I want Thea to do some good. And all that. So, here we go. So we go to, they up in in the captain's quarters. They in the bedroom, whatever. And Lumi's there. All of them there. Lumi, Carl, Roy, Mel, Agatha, and Thea. So they there and all that. Here's the job. Thea gonna be a tether, like I said before. But he said he can't do his job with Agatha's thoughts around her. Jumping all over the place. So she and Carl gotta leave. Mel ain't gonna be in there because Mel gonna have to open the firewalls for Lumi to get access in. And Roy is gonna be there. He just there, to keep eye. And so Lumi, she gets logged in and all that shit. And, basically, Thel is there to basically tell Roy what's going on. Being that Lumi ain't be able to speak because, Lumi, she's in her zone, her subspace or whatever you want to call it. Her fugue state while she's, doing her job, while she got to do what she need to do. So, pull up to this big old grand mansion. This estate. And kind of find out it is Roy's grandfather's house, Greywing. So you're gonna hear them talk about birds. When you hear about birds and all that stuff, I'm thinking when you hear about the birds, it's basically dealing with Cynthia. And so there, he's saying that, she can't get in. It's like a fortress. She can't get in and how anybody could get out. And so, Roy tells Mel to go, undo the firewalls, and Mel do that. Let me tell you about Lumi outfit up in that motherfucker, when she gonna do her job, bitch. Listen, Lumi is looking tight. Lumi is looking right. Come through, Lumi. I love what they did to her hair, y'all. She got that kinky ass, pretty hair, right? And so what they did was they brushed her hair up the sides and did it so neatly, and it looked like she got a fucking mohawk. That's tight. I liked it. That was straight. So, let's see. Let's do Ronan. We're gonna go to Ronan and and Queen Bee, because they scene is short, basically. Okay. So Ronan goes to visit Queen Bee. And you can see some kind of chemistry going on between the motherfuckers and everything. And so, she makes this joke with him about, the Voltron got in contact with me and yeah. And they flirt or whatever the fuck. And so, he has to say, do you want to come to my room and I got something to show you. And she said, to see Voltron blood meat or whatever. Okay, all right. And so he's showing her like the strange shit that's happening with this blood and the meat and all that stuff, like the flesh. And Queen Bee is like, okay, so they sent the flesh back to y'all as a form of communication, just to let you know they exist. Ronan said, I think they brung it back as a way of listening on us. It's a listening device, like a motherfucking what you call them thing? A bug. You know how they call you bug, the officer bug, whatever. He said he thinking that's what it is. They trying to hear what the hell going on over here. And so that's basically their thing. So we're gonna get back to Lumi up in Greywing. Lumi is walking around through Greywing. It look unused, the furniture got covers over them and all that stuff and everything. And she comes up to this little girl, pretty girl. The girl talking about, you ain't supposed to be in here. And listen, y'all. So I had this thing about, especially when that whole Resident Evil shit came out. And, they had that little girl, that little British, little white girl with a British like, you're gonna die. Yeah. And then, ever since that shit, it seemed like all the horror movies would have these little ass kids talk about you all gonna die. Represent the little ass white kid as a fucking omen and shit. And I used to joke, I said, bruh, man, shit. I walk up in anywhere and I see a little old creepy ass little white kid talking about you all gonna die here. Guess what? I said, not today, bitch. I'm hauling the fuck ass. And all that stuff. So they flipped it, used the little black girl, and you all gonna die here. And I kind of cackled. And honestly, yeah, I kind of cackled. So the girl is following her through the house. And, Lumi, at first she, try to get a repertoire between them and stuff like that. She finds the girl's doll and she, tries to give it to her. And the girl kind of, not to say anxious, but kind of weary. I'm guessing she ain't never seen, strangers up in the house or whatever. Because just her and her other version of her. So basically the young girl represents the uncorrupted spirit of Cynthia that is in the Crystal Matrix. And Cynthia, the older Cynthia, is the older version, but she's the more corrupted one. She's more the corrupted version. I'ma say, I could say she like the Ghost in the Shell. Y'all know that anime and all dealing with spirit and it's ghosts and shells and everything. But dealing with life questions and all that stuff like that. Do the soul really exist? And can the soul be transferred from an organic body into a motherfucking artificial life form, whatever, and all that? So we could call the two versions of Cynthia. I just gonna call them the two versions of Cynthia, like the Ghost of the Shell shit. Fuck it. That's how I see it. So Lumi goes upstairs and basically goes to this big door. It's something about this big door that Cynthia do not want her near that door. So when she first come in contact with older Cynthia, Lumi is at the door and she could hear noises past the door. And it's like a male voice, I can feel you, Cynthia, yada yada yada. And then next thing you know, while Lumi is walking to the door to turn the handle, a raven falls behind her and turn them, and here come old school Cynthia. And old school Cynthia got it's not a sword, it's that stick that you use to fuck with the fireplace, whatever. And basically it's chasing her through the house. Now old school Cynthia, listen, that dress she had on, bitch, with that cape, ho, that motherfucker was bad. I liked it, that shit. That was pretty. And so Cynthia is chasing Lumi all through the motherfucking house and all that stuff, giving her a run for her money. And while she's doing that, you know, she talked to Lumi some, taunting her in some cases and all that stuff. It's almost like a cat and mouse game or whatever with her. And so she basically tricks Lumi. For the long in there, she you know, tricks Lumi, and Lumi thinks that she some kind of way failed the mission and she got out, right? And so it shows her in sick bay. And while she's in sick bay, there's Dale, there's Roy, and there's Mel. So now, if you weren't really paying attention, you would have thought that's what it was. Until they make sure they show you her arm. Her arm ain't got them neutral ports up in it, right? And so she said, she basically said, like, listen, I'm sorry, I failed. You know, she was too powerful. Thea said some smart ass shit. Mel just sit back looking like a mean girl, a pretty ass mean girl. And Roy takes her hand and try to pacify Thea, but it's almost like a condescending, passive aggressive kind of shit going on. And so basically, what I'm gonna tell you what spooked me in that scene, when you know Roy already got big eyes and stuff like that. That one eye, it faltered, it pixelated shit. I was like, what the fuck going on? And all that. And so basically Roy goes around, basically we have figured out that it's Cynthia, and said, you know, don't worry, we saw the whole thing, we always watching. And so it goes a scene, and it basically shows Mel and fucking Lumi in bed together. Like that, right? And then she look at Lumi look at Mel like, you know, you had him watching us, and Mel like, and she smelled like the purity fucking devil, bitch. I said, I knew that. I kind of, listen, when they first did D, I kind of figured that shit, because it actually showed that, because when they were kissing and all that stuff, she did turn her face away, y'all, and it looked like she was looking to the ceiling. She did do that. If I remember, yeah, she did that. Oh, trifling ass. And so, as she you know, she's screaming and everything, and come to find out, like, they all the versions of the Cynthia pop up and basically said, listen, we just treat you to give us enough time to get the fuck out of here. So now you finna be locked up in here, and I'm finna have full right of this goddamn motherfucking shit. Holla, bitch. And so Cynthia start wrecking shop, y'all. You know, Roy, he has this connection with his mother to the ship, so he's spazzing. Dale done basically almost like, I think he lost his connection to Lumi or whatnot, and what else happened? And she goes and starts. She tries to kill Carl, y'all. So Carl is in his room. He is looking, basically, when he did that recording, you know, basically to give his wife permission, just say, you know, fucking bitch, you're already in the process of goddamn deleting my motherfucking ass. Just I'm gonna give you consent to do it. Just forget about me, hoe, and live your best life without me in it. And so Cynthia fucks with the oxygen, and she is slowly bringing the oxygen down and literally suffocating that nigga. And so he running through the apartment, trying to get out and all that. He can't do it. People on the bridge, they get a SOS or whatever, you know, a warning, alert. Augie goes and hauls ass to go see what the fuck going on. Agatha in her room, she hears the commotion. She drops her drink and haul ass. And basically, Carl's room is all red. That nigga beating on the door. He looking pale. He looking bluish. He about to die. And Augie has to shoot the control panel to open the door. That don't work. So he goes down and like pulls this piece of the wall out, and it has this is it gears? He pulled out this pipe that has fluid in it. You know, like with certain doors, like automatic doors, yeah, they have all their gears and all that stuff, but they also run on some form of liquid or whatnot. That's what I'm guessing. And so he pulled that out, and him and Agatha was able to pull the door open. Now, man, Carl was already laid out. I think the dick was already dead, whatever. And Agatha, she was crying, trying to talk to him and all that stuff, but he did come back and all. And so when he finally come back, that's when they ran to the captain's deck and basically saw, all the fucking pandemonium. And so Agatha was like, listen, you're gonna have to, she said, find a way to get connected back to Lumi and stuff like that. You're gonna have to find a fucking way, because Lumi could die and Lumi can't get stuck in that motherfucker. And so, listen, I got the episode playing. Hold up, cause I don't want to really miss something. So Lumi comes out of that, that little scene, the hallucination of her being in the motherfucking sick bay, and she's walking through the mansion. The little girl's behind her. And so Lumi gets back upstairs and she goes back to that big old door, right? And so the little girl, right, she holding her doll and all that. And so when Lumi gets to the door, and Lumi already got this, fuck this shit, bitch, and everything. I tried to be nice, look, hoe, but see, you fuck with me. I'm mad now, I'm mad. And so she goes to the door. And she get ready to go there. And I want to say that, okay, yeah, so Cynthia shows up. She said, listen, I was just playing, girl. You can't take no joke, girl. I was just playing. And, we like to play games. We ain't never had no visitors or nothing like that. And she said, I was angry. It happens. My bad. We good. And so Lumi look at her like, what's behind this door? What you keeping behind this door? And so she puts two and two together, get that four real quick, and she basically says, it's your father. She said, it's not the crystal matrix that made you this evil ass bitch. It was your goddamn daddy. And so, Christine, not Christine, what the hell I get Christine for? Cynthia basically said, he beat us, demeaned us, treated us like shit, treated us like less than. He behind there to protect us and all that, so I could protect, us from him. And she said, your father, you have pain from him too. She said, your father hurted you too. She said, that's where you're wrong, bitch. She said, my daddy loved me. She said, it was just the people that kicked me in my fucking teeth, bitch. And so Lumi opened that door and out pops the father. And the father looked at her and said, come here, bitch. And just grabs Cynthia and drags her there. Drags her inside. So Lumi locks Cynthia in the motherfucking room with her fucking daddy, her abusive ass daddy. And so she look at younger Cynthia and tells her to run, baby, hide. And so the little girl leaves, hauls ass. So Lumi does her motherfucking goddamn tech voodoo and shit and puts a motherfucking lock on that fucking door. Now, I don't know how long they're gonna last, because it's wood. She should have did better if she'd have made it motherfucking metal. But, it's whatever. And so, Dale pulls her out. She's out. And, Lumi got this look on her face like, fuck everybody. That's the look she got on her face. So, Agatha, she proud of Thea. It's a win. And all that. Roy, like, she ain't dead. It's my mother. She all right? She good? Where she at? She safe? And Lumi like, I got it secured. Lumi ain't even say that. She ain't even tell, like, I got it secured. And, whatever. What happened? Mel tried to come to her, right? Try to, give her positive affirmation, like, you did good. And she said, hey, Lumi, I don't even think Lumi looked at the bitch and said, I finna go lay down. I gotta take a nap. I'm tired. I'm hungry. And I said, I gotta pee. You can't pee in there. Or whatever. And he asked her, why she was like that. Cause she said something about secrets. You know why she had like she did, you know, everybody got secrets or whatever. And so after she motherfucker dismissed that bitch Mel, Lumi got this press look on her face. She feels some kind of way. And so, you know, Lumi gone. So we see Murphy, you know, poor ass Murphy, Lord Jesus. He up in one of them beds healing, but as you could look at him and see, he is going through nightmares. He's basically seeing what happened to, you know, the people on that trip to that water resort. Dale is there. Dale walking there. So Dale basically goes in and calms Murphy down. And I don't know, does he do it by basically chasing the nightmares away, locking them up somewhere, or cleansing his mind somewhat, whatever? But Dale actually does that, and Dale is using his gift for good, in which I believe I'm very fucking happy, because he will be a great asset, you know, until whatever else pop off of this motherfucker. And so Loomis looking out into the needle. There go Mel. Mel like, I've been looking for you, bitch. What's good? You went in your quarters. And Lumi like, I couldn't sleep, bitch. And you know, she like, Mel like, tell me what's wrong. And Lumi said, listen, ho, don't touch me. She said, you know that nigga was watching us and shit and all that. And you know, Mel, she scoffed. She act like it's no fucking big deal. She said, he's always watching. I don't understand what the big deal is. And Lumi like, what was my say so in this hoe? Like, you ain't asked me, was I cool with it? And all that stuff. And taking her consent in the motherfucking shit. And which is wrong in the fucking way, Mel. You know how she acts. You can tell she fucking very introverted and shit like that. She's shy and shit. She dealing with trauma. That was a bitch made move, bitch. So whatever happened to you, bitch, that's your fault. I don't give a fuck. You did my girl Mel wrong. That was unfucking called for. And so let me basically tell her, be gone, bitch, and everything. Don't come by my quarters. I don't know you. You don't know me. You are stranger, danger. And so Carl goes up in Agatha's room and basically said, you know, when I was almost to glory land, I heard your voice and you brought me back. And you know, basically, that's a key word to say. You know, the feelings I have for you ain't never left. You know, let's attempt to go half on another baby. I guess, child, whatever. And they go and you know, commence to, you know, making space babies. And that's it. That's it, y'all, for Greywing and NightFlyers, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy it. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and whatever. Holla.